So hello, good morning. I just want to, for the first time record my weekly chart breakdown for what I'm expecting the market to do for this week that we are currently entering. Alright, so let's get down into the market. On the SJPY, I just want to go to, to the daily time frame and see how it's been going. We see from the beginning of the year 2025, it has been coming down. It has been dropping since the beginning of 2025. So it has been bearish for about 5 months. And I expect it to keep doing what it's been doing. So we're at this current level. The market is currently going down, but for some weeks it was actually going up partially. Only for it, I think it was just trying to form this reversal pattern here. This head and shoulder structure. That is the left head. That is the left shoulder. This is the head. This is the head, and this should be the right shoulder. So if everything goes well, the market is. I'm expecting the market to drop from that after this formation of the right shoulder, right? So what I'm expecting is I'm expecting a break and retest to the downside, breakout and retest, because there's a support level here. If it breaks that support and retested them, broken support and retest, it has also retested the head and shoulders pattern that we're having on the 4-hour time frame, right? So that is where we are going to be selling from. But the market is unpredictable, right? So if for any reason the market comes to this place and give us bearish signals, I'll be selling from this place. Why? Because one is a trend line, and if he gives us the bearish signal, we know that okay, he's rejecting from resistance, so we are supposed to be selling, right? So but if for any reason price decides to break and retest above this area here, that's when we are going to be looking for longs. But for now, we are just going to we are going to be shorting the market until we see something contrary to what we believe it's going to happen or supposed to be happening, right? So that is it. I'm being bearish for USDJPY for the next week and maybe for the next month, or because next week is next month. Today is 1st of June, so you get the point. 1st of June 2025. So on the next one we are looking at US dollar index. US dollar index has been it has been going up for quite some time. It has been it has been bullish overall. But recently, if you look at this bearish drop, the same 2025 started coming down. It's still inside the trend, but it has shown enough bearish volume, right? So if you look at this very well, this looks like a flag pattern. Is it a flag? Let's say a bearish flag. I think that's what this should be, right? It broke below it and kept going down. But for any reason, the market, like this blue line here, this one, it's a higher time frame trend line. It's a daily time frame trend line. So if the market breaks above that trend line, breaks below it and retests, just as I've done on this one, I'm going to be looking for shorts. I'm going to be selling to maybe around this area here. So US dollar index, US dollar index, USJPY and GBPJPY, they move together. They correlate positively. While US dollar index and GBP they correlate negatively. So if US dollar index is going down, GBP is going to go up. Right, so that is the thing. If US dollar index is going down, USDJPY is going down, GBPJPY is also going down. So that is what I have here for that. On GB, I'm trading actually USDJPY, US dollar index. I'm just using for analysis, not for trading. I'm trading GJ, US oil, GU, and BTC. Right, so that's it. I'm going to go back to GBP right? What are we looking at? GBP. This one is actually tricky because, like, if you look, let me show you on the daily time frame so I'll be able to understand what I'm trying to talk about. So the market has been trending upwards for years and years. So the beginning of this year again, 2025, or even before the beginning of this year, I think this was November last year. This was November. This is when the bearish move started, right? So from when this bearish move started, look at what it has been doing, right? It has been going down completely until it broke above here and came back into the trend. So I feel like it's kind of like it's more of like a, how am I gonna call it? It's like a fake out, right? Because it broke above it, and instead of it to retest and keep going up, it just came down and looks like you wanted to break out again. But this is the tricky part now. This is tricky part. Don't forget, this is a complete uptrend, but it started being bearish for before November last year, right? So this is what I want to focus on now. This trend line that is bearish and this trend line that is bullish inside it. So we are going to do it this way, right? So let me expand it. So what we are expecting is look at the bearish trend line. Alright, that's the bearish trend line. The market has broken above it and is retesting it. Currently is retesting it. But what I'm waiting for is if there's a possibility that the market will break above this resistance. Look at it here. Look how strong it has been holding the market, right? Look how it broke above it, retested, and keep going up. So if the market breaks above it, retest, I'll go in for the buy, right? So if the market breaks below, retest, then I'll start selling again. It has broken below, don't get me wrong, it has broken below. What I'm waiting for is a more better retest that is very, very visible for maybe the higher time frame or something like that. So that's when I'll be going in for the Q, right? So if USD is going down, GJ is also going down. So it's almost like a bearish kind of structure here too. So if it breaks below, if it retests well, I will go in for the short. Don't forget, it's an overall bearish market, but you also have this short-term bullish market. This short-term bullish market starting from let's say from inside April to the ending of May. It's a short-term bullish market inside the long-term bearish market. So it has been bearish for 5 months, but bullish for like 2 months in. So that's what I'm expecting on GBP. If it for any reason it breaks above this resistance, I'm going to be going for buy, right? But if it breaks below, which it has already done, I retest it, then I'm going to short. Why I'm going to short is that it has broken below already, so I'm waiting for my retest to happen. When my retest happens, that is when I am, I'm going to start selling the market from there. So let's go to the next one, which is this one I actually love. This is US oil. Let's go to the daily time frame. What are we seeing? It's very, very crazy. That's why I love this pair, right? It's almost as volatile as gold. But many people don't know about that. So if you look from last year, I think August, this is July, this should be around August. So from around August, it has been bearish, right? It has been bearish overall. So there was a time that I think I was trading around here. I was buying and I actually set my TP around. So I hit TP, started dropping like mad. It dropped for days. For days, bro. Look at this. Crazy drop. So that's not what you are here to talk about. If you go to the 4-hour time frame, 4 hour. If you go to the 4-hour time frame, what can we clearly see? We're in an uptrend, yes. But look at what the market is currently giving us. There's this trade I've been holding here. There's this trade I placed here, but I had to close. I placed around, yeah, exactly here, not around, exactly on this week. That's when I placed. I was shorting the market, right? My take profit, my final take profit was this level, but it was taking too long to come, so I had to close it out, right? So what I'm expecting more bearish movement. Don't forget, we're in a bearish market, which a bullish market can come in just like this one, but it's a short-term bullish market. So in a bearish market, so what I'm expecting is that I'm expecting more move to the downside. Look at this resistance that has been tested multiple times. You see how it is, right? So if I see a break and retest below this resistance, I'll be shorting the market. But if I see maybe bounce up towards the trend line, the trend line is it does not look like the best trend line, but like it looks like something that will hold. It looks like something that will hold. So if for any reason the market rejects upon this trend line, I'm going to be shorting again, giving us a higher, a higher risk to reward kind of trade. Because normally if I was shorting from here, the risk to reward might be 1 to 5, 1 to 6, but here it might be like 1 to 7. I'm just saying. So that's what I'm going to be doing on US oil. Yes, oil is a very, very lovely pair. I don't know why people are not too trading, because they think like it's only gold that is tradable. I don't like trading gold because just it messes up with my head most of the time, and I don't, not like I don't like trading it. I trade it, but I stopped trading it because I'm trading from work, and I have a lot of pairs I'm trading already, so I don't want to trade too many pairs. GBP has very, very lovely settings. You can see the market has been trending upwards. But funny enough, GU has been trending downwards for years. I mean, like for years. Since, let's say, since 2007, it has been going down. 2007. So can you imagine how much bearish move have happened? How much price action has been bearish since then? So since the beginning of 2023, it has been bullish. Since it has been bullish, but it wasn't that very visible until recently, right? So what are we looking at on the daily time frame? We can see that there's a big bullish trend, very, very big bullish trend. But if you can see here, what are we seeing? There's another trend inside the bullish trend. There's another trend inside the bullish trend, and this one is very, very nice. So if we go to the 4-hour time frame, what can we see? There's another uptrend again there. There's another uptrend again. This one is another uptrend, but it's just the market just booked below it, and I took this sell, right? My take profit was supposed to be this black line, this support here, but I couldn't wait because the market was closing for the weekend, which was 3 days ago, which was Friday. So what I'm expecting is that this is an uptrend, undoubtedly, right? So I'm expecting a bounce of this support and keep going up. If it does not bounce off that support and keep going up, if it breaks below, I'll short it to this area. But I'll be very, very cautious, because shorting to that area it requires a lot of things, right? The market can decide to, because it's an overall uptrend, so you never can tell what will happen in this kind of scenario. You never can tell what will happen. So even if we are shorting to this area, we have to be very, very careful of the market, right? Because anything can happen. So what I'm expecting for the week, my own bias is that since this market is it's a bullish market, I'm expecting a rejection of this place, just like this one did. A rejection of this area, then I will keep buying the market, right? And buy the market to around here. So that would be like the TP or something for the week. So that is my analysis on GBP USD. It's a very, very lovely pair. It's a very, very lovely pair. People don't like trading because it has a slow movement, right? But think about it, if you hit, like, if you see a good home run trade and you put in a lot of size on the market, you can actually make a lot of money. This is let's say this should be, let me just put it around here. I don't mind my big hands. So this should be, let's say, no, let me delete it. It's not as perfect as I want it to be. I don't know why I'm doing this in the middle of my analysis, but anyways, I just want you to get the concept. This is 157 pips in 3 days, right? 157 pips in 3 days. So if for any reason you use one lot on this trade, you'll be getting $1,576. But think about it, when you use 10 lots now, you are making $10,000. $10,500 on this. No, is it 10,000? No, it's $15,000. $15,000 with 10 lots on this trade for 3 days. You made 15K, right? So it's 3 days and 4 hours. It's not going to be easy, but like, you get the concept. The more lots you put in the market, the more position you put in the market, the more it gives you the feeling of that goldish, like when you're trading gold. So you must not be trading gold. You just need to know what you're doing in the market. So if I use 100 lots now, I'm making how much?